Right, there we go. We've got things going now. Welcome back to the SimZone, ladies and gentlemen. We are here for the first round of the PS5 GT3 Championship on ACC for Division 2. We've got two divisions this time around, and I'm joined in the commentary box by Cody.
Yes, thanks. Thanks for having me again.
Yes, good to have you back. I can't actually switch. Hold on. The keyboard's been a bit of a pain, but it's very close so far between the top five in this quali session. Come on, keyboard. Nearly let me. No, it's not going to let me now. Oh, there we go. Hold on. You got it? No, we don't. This is the problem with wireless keyboards. Anyways, it's TFJ there on provisional pole with a 146.027. We've got EMD, a new driver. Well, quite a few new drivers in this division as well. But EMD and P2 just 0.2 tenths behind. We've got Sayers, who are currently watching at the moment in the 69 Audi, 3.5 tenths behind. We've got Lanky there in P4, who's 5 tenths behind. It looks like it's that TFJ with an improvement into the 145s now.
Yeah, he improved by almost 2.5 tenths there, so great lap from TFGH.
Yeah, good lap from him. And they're saying game audio is really loud. Right, my bad. That might be better. That might be a bit better. Is Cody loud? Or is Cody fine? Wait, speak again? Ready?
I think I'm fine.
Yeah, I think you're fine. Yeah. And there's no echo, guys, is there? Just, perfect. All right, cool. Brilliant. So, yeah, Yaroslav, who we're currently watching at the moment, is coming up towards the final corner. The Porsche is a very quick car here at Hungaroring, but let's see what Yaroslav can do. That last corner is quite a tricky one. It's never ending, and it's only a fast track as well, so not much grip, but any improvement from Yaroslav? Yes, he puts it up into P4 there, just 6/10 off of that provisional pole time set by TFJ. We've got a few more cars coming across the line. The 56 car, that is... Who's the 56 car? That's Pete Bibb in P14 there. And still... Oh no, it's working again. But yeah, in the Nissan, there's quite a few Nissans here in Division 2, surprisingly. We've got Pete Bibb, later Maxi, we've got Axia, and we've got Kim Quinn, all in the Nissan. I believe we have one more, but they have... Oh no, there we go. We've got Steph Jake as well in the Nissan. So 5 Nissans in Division 2, which is quite an interesting thing to see. You don't usually see the Nissan out on track much.
A bit of a unicorn on the track.
Yeah, definitely is. And I wouldn't expect it to be a quick car here at Hungaroring either in terms of BOP. So Steph Jake currently the highest Nissan at the moment as he approaches the final corner. He's 2 seconds off though, so in the 147s, can he get into the 146s using all the exit through the final corner? That's exactly what you want to do, but no improvement for Steph Jake that time around. Let's have a look at... Oh, we've got a bit of a train here. We've got Sayers in P3 with quite a few cars behind him. Look at that track map. He's going to cross the line though. Let's see any improvement from Sayers. No, he's got one of the Nissans behind him as well. Is that later Maxi? Yes, it is. It is later Maxi. And then we've got TFJ there in the 100 Aston Martin, rocking the Astra Racing team colours, or an attempt of the Astra Racing team colours. But in on provisional pole, Yaroslav has got closer there. He's put it up into P2 now as he exits the final corner. So he's inching closer as the track is still fast, but 1.5 minutes left of this qualifying session to go. We've got the number 27 car. I believe that's Griffiths. Contentnow, yes, Griffiths in the Mercedes. He's gone around the final corner here. 4.4 seconds off though. Quite a big jump from P1 to the back of the field. But he stays in P19 there. Moberg is 7 seconds off in the Porsche. Is he carrying some damage? He is.
Yeah, the front of the Porsche looks a little bit better.
Yeah, the rear as well. So I wonder why he's staying out on track. Although this will be his last lap. It looks like, I believe he's on a valid lap. He has Yaroslav right behind him. Yep, they're both on valid laps here. So Yaroslav is going to be held up. Although, yeah, it looks like he's going to be held up here, Yaroslav. But, yeah, I don't think that either of them two are going to improve. Looks like we had the 100 car of TFJ, I think.
Yeah, TFGH.
Yeah, just letting them through.
Probably not going for any improvement.
Well, he's going to try. He's setting himself up for another lap because EMD has put it on provisional pole, 145.6 in the Ferrari at the moment. And EMD, a new driver here to the SimZone as well. So, yeah, it's some competition here in Division 2.
And surprisingly, I saw another car with some damage. It was one of the Nissans who had the side of the car that was really broken. So. Yeah,
surprising that some of these drivers are carrying damage in qualifying. I'd get that car returned to the garage straight away. And, yeah, get it in for repairs and go back out. Fresh set of tyres as well. But this qualifying session is coming to an end, so it's still EMD on provisional pole. He's in the pits now, actually. So we've got the 878 car who's about to round the final corner. It's Jaram here, CosmiCrusader, who is 1.2 seconds off. Can he find any more time as he crosses the line? No. That's his qualifying session over. We've got the 82 car. Is it the 82 car? I mean, is there an 82 car? Yes, Ghost Gaming, who is in the BMW. Now, there are a couple of BMWs, Hooschii. There's not just one, but yeah, not as many as there were last season.
Proof. He got held up by...
Oh wow, Ghost Gaming puts it into P12 as well, and yeah, TFJ into the pits now. So who else is yet to cross the line? The number 14 car, that is Overtaker, who jumps up into P9 there in the McLaren. We've got the 69 car of Sayers, who jumps up into P3 at the last moment. So could it be a second row start for Sayers? But we've still got Yaroslav. Nice switch to Yaroslav. There we go, he's going to cross the line. Now, well, wait, no improvement there for... Actually, no, he did improve. He puts it into P3 as well. We've got the 112 car now. Sperano there. Sperano, sorry. He's going to put it into P10. So there we have it. EMD on pole. TFJ in P2. And Yaroslav in P3. We'll be back very shortly for the start of the race. So make sure to stick with us. Right, ladies and gents, we're back live here. Getting ready for the start of the race. We can see the drivers lining up 2 by 2 now, and as we saw in qualifying, EMD took pole there with TFJ lining up in the front row with him. Yaroslav in P3 and P Sayers on the second row in P4. And let's hope the drivers can keep it clean into turn 1. Hungaroring turn 1 is really tricky, but it is an early start here, so they'll get going very, very shortly. They should be green probably now. Are they green yet? Now? Oh, now? There we go. Now they're green. Yeah, now they're green. And here we go, off to a good start there for, to go quickly, for EMD.
Sayers.
And Sayers, yeah, who's looking left and right, but in the middle here, in a bit of a sandwich with Yaroslav there on the inside. He's going to leave him space, but Yaroslav on the inside curb there, nearly losing control of the car. And looks like TFJ losing loads of positions there. Sayers has got past, Yaroslav has still got past somehow, and looks like that's Lackey trying for a move there round the outside, but it's not going to work just yet.
Oh, and a great start from Sayers, starting from P4, jumping 2 positions into P3.
Yeah, it looks like we had a brilliant, clean start from the field in Division 2. This is how racing should be, and one of the McLarens wide there in the background. I think that's Sperano, went slightly wide, and track limits are going to be quite a difficult one here at Hungaroring. Drive-throughs are really easy to pick up at this track especially, and wow, look at the amount of cars in the background. Looks like the Ferrari of Parma down the inside there. Oh, a bit late on the brakes, or well, I think he had to cut the...
He had to avoid someone.
Yeah, just to avoid someone, he had to cut the chicane ever so slightly, but he's got the Honda of Aiden now right behind him. Aiden, a reserve driver for today, so he had to start at the back of the field. He's going to try and make his way through here. Looks like that is... Oh, Acura, we've got Acura back with us, which is good to see. Overtaker in... Oh, he's got some damage there on that McLaren. He's going to try for a move on Griffiths. Yeah, Overtaker's lost loads of positions from the start. He was right up the order. He's definitely made a mistake somewhere. Let's go back to the race leader, EMD, who exits the final corner with a few tenths ahead of... Look at this snake. Now we've got EMD there. Back over to the racing line he goes, but yeah, Sayers very, very close. Yaroslav there behind, and TFJ looking for a move down the inside, but no, backs out of that one. Lackey there holding off Daytime Dave, who is currently in P6 now. Kyoto Ghost in the Aston as well, so the top 7 all in a train here. And this is some great battling going on in Division 2.
Sayers for the move.
Oh, has he gone for a move?
Sayers got the move.
Oh, wow, what a move there from Sayers. And all the Ferrari's going to try it back, but there's no room there. And there we go. Sayers takes the lead of the race, and now EMD's got to be careful. He's got Yaroslav hassling him here, trying to get a move done, looking left and right. The Porsche's really agile through these twisty, tight corners in this circuit. Yaroslav's got to be careful. He's now got TFJ behind him. Looks like a bit of oversteer there for Yaroslav. He's going slightly defensive, no space for TFJ to get the move done. Let's see, is my keyboard going to work? It is, but can we switch camera angles? For some reason we can't. I think I have an idea why. No. Brilliant. Thank you. It will just stop working again. Oh, there we go. Now we can. Now it works. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Oh, TFJ is still in P4 now. He started P2. So didn't have the best start to TFJ, but it's a long race here. We've still got a pit stop to go. So in this race, similar to Division 1, the pit stop, well, it opens up 15 minutes into the race and closes 15 minutes before the end. Same as Division 1, mandatory refueling and optional tyre change as well. And looks like a good exit out the final corner from TFJ. He's got the slipstream on the Porsche. Is it going to be enough though into turn 1? Looks like he's being pulled along. Is it going to be a late move from TFJ? He looks down towards the inside, and Yaroslav's leaving him just enough room, but all over the curb there for TFJ and almost making contact. But he's got the fastest lap of the race now. But yeah, hasn't been able to get that move done just yet, so he's being held up. And while these three are battling, they're losing time to the drivers behind, and they're losing time to Sayers in front, who's almost got, oh, that looks to be over a second lead now to the pack behind. But look on the track map, look how close the whole of the field is so far.
Yeah, the only one who's behind, of course, is Acrio, but at least he's back. He is on track.
Yeah,
and
I think he had a disconnection or something.
Moberg it's like he made a mistake because he was somewhere in the field, but I think he made a mistake somewhere. And
Palmer as well.
Also back.
Yeah, Palmer doesn't have any damage on his car. Look, there's no damage whatsoever on that Ferrari, so maybe he's lost it himself. But
yeah, and
he's got going again, so which is good to see.
And all the Nissans.
Yeah, and Aiden there just to split them up. But we've got Steph Jake in P13 in the Nissan, Kingpin in P14 in Nissan, later Maxine P15 in Nissan, Axia P16 in a Nissan, then Aiden separating them. Then we've got Pete Bibb, who's he might have to defend against Overtaker. No Overtaker later on the brakes here. They're still side by side. That sign is so annoying, can't see anything, but it looks like Overtaker has got the job done, and up a position he goes into P19. Now we look back towards EMD and Sayers. EMD now with the fastest lap of the race. Looks like this train is still going on. So Sayers followed by EMD, then Yaroslav, then TFJ, then Lackey, then Daytime Dave. Top 6 have pulled away now. Kirito goes to what's there, but I think he's been too busy battling with Jaram. These two have now dropped over 2 seconds behind the top 6. So they're in a bit of a battle of their own. We've also got Price here in P9, followed by Dratcraft in P10 and Sperano in P11.
Yeah, and Sayers got a gap from 1.3 seconds already. Oh, and EMD spun it.
Has he? Oh no!
Yeah, he's...
Was that by himself? Did he lose it by himself?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know. I saw him in the back.
Oh, it's a bit of a dangerous rejoin there. Oh my god, that was close. I don't think he meant to do that. He's got to wait for all the cars to come past now. I think he was just meant to spin it on the spot, but that was lucky that he didn't cause a collision there. And I can't actually see him unselected. Oh, there we go. No, there we go. Yeah, he's pretty much nearly last now. Right at the back of the field. One mistake there from EMD has cost him so many positions. There we go. You can see him dropping down the order, and he's going to have to do all that hard work all over again. But we've got the pit window opening up in about 8 minutes, and while that happens...
Oh no, he didn't do it on his own.
There was contact.
He got collected by Yaroslav.
Oh no.
Just a slight of that in the back, and he spun off.
That's such a shame. He's running such a good race. But,
yeah, one mistake and it's over.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go back to Daytime Dave, who is on the back of Lackey still. You can see in the background Kirito, Ghost and Jam still going at it. Let's look further down the field. We've got this battle going on. We've got the Nissan still here as well. Overtaker in the mix along with Aiden as well, who is on the back of these Nissans. I thought he would have been able to get past, but no, he's struggling at the moment. An overtaker around the outside of turn 2. Is he going to try and do it? No, he can't get the traction there on the outside, and that's going to allow the Honda of Aiden to get a good run coming up towards Blindsman corner, but it's not really an overtaking spot this corner. Look how close they are as they go through. Bit of a bad exit there from Axia. He's going to get done around the outside here. They're side by side now coming up towards the chicane. This is a very tricky place to be side by side here. One of them's going to have to back out, and I think Axia is probably going to have to. There we go. And looks like Overtaker having to cut the chicane slightly to avoid flying over that curb on the inside. But you have that position, and looks like Aiden now trying to get a move done on Axia as well, and looks like he is going to get that done. Axia backing out of that now leaves him, and is it Pete Bibb? Yeah, Pete Bibb to battle it out. Two Nissans once again on track with each other. We've got Moberg and Palmer battling for position now. Looks like Palmer has lost more time again to Moberg.
Yeah, Moberg had a gap of somewhere around 5 seconds, I believe.
Yeah, and he's going for the move late on the brakes down the inside, and Moberg, I think he's going to make that stick. Yes, he has. as he approaches the penultimate corner. He got that move done. Up into P21 he goes. And let's go back to the battle for P4. Looks like Daytime Dave coming through turn 2 late on the brakes around the outside. Can he make it stick? This is a very good opportunity, and looks like he's got enough of his car alongside there to make that stick. And what a move there from Daytime Dave around the outside of turn 2. You don't usually see that happening often.
No, and Lecky gave him the room. So
yeah,
that's good to see. But I also see a lot of drivers going wide at some corners, and with the track limits being as harsh as they are, I think, I don't want to curse anyone, but maybe we're going to see some drive-throughs in the future.
Yeah, it's really easy to pick up drive-throughs like we said earlier. But let's bring up the driver of the day voting in just a moment. When the pit window opens, we'll bring it up.
And Sayers is still extending the gap, being 1.7 seconds of TFJ, but TFJ still has the fastest lap of the race with a 45.0.
45.0?
So,
yeah, good lap.
So that's looking at the laps. The fastest lap of Sayers was 45.9. So. TFJ has a little bit more pace, I think, than Sayers at the moment.
Yeah, but that gap still 1.3 seconds, and we're watching the battle currently between Price and Sperano. Price doing a good job here at Hungaroring. Top 10 for him so far, and he's got a very quick, I can't get my words out. Very quick McLaren right behind him, and it looks for a move, but isn't going to send it down the inside, but still late on the brakes there, almost collecting the back of that Ferrari just out in front. But Price doing a good job of fending off the McLaren as we speak.
And I think defending it is quite an easy job because the track is so narrow. So I don't think the is going to be any easy.
Yeah, it's not. It's pretty much like Monaco, this track. Although there are a few more overtaking opportunities, it is very, very narrow. And a bit late on the brakes once again there for Sperano. But yeah, it is a very narrow circuit. Turn 1's probably one of your best overtaking opportunities. And also the final few hairpins, if you can get... Yeah, turn 2 as well, as we've seen. But the final few hairpins, if you can force the driver into a mistake there, or if you get a good enough run, they are quite heavy braking zones, so there is a chance of getting a move done there as well.
And Aiden just passed King Finn for P15. Aiden fighting his way up the field in the Honda. And car 82 goes gaming and drives for penalty.
Oh yeah, there's a first one and all. Well, late move there. Well, a good move there down the inside for Sperano, but Price is going to have the inside for the final corner. Can he hold it on the inside? I think he will be able to. That outside of the final corner, there's not as much grip there as on the inside, and there is a bit of a camber to that corner as well. But Price had a bit of a compromised entry, so he's going to have to go defensive camber towards turn 1 as he sticks to the middle of the circuit. Sperano is going to take the normal racing line here, and doesn't look like he's going to get this move done just yet. We'll switch to Ghost Gaming, and later Maxi's going to try it around the outside of turn 1. Ghost Gaming has a drive-through, so doesn't really need to be battling here, but looks like he might go defensive. Almost making contact between the two. Ghost Gaming are very new to ACC, apparently. I think a bit of latency issues between these two. Maxi from, was it Argentina I said? I think it was Argentina. So yeah, his connection not the best, but it's not too bad as long as it's stable. Right, that's what matters. Usually, he's made a huge mistake there into the barriers. Goes later Maxi, but luckily it wasn't too bad. Oh no, just in the other side of the car. It does look quite bad actually. He's picked up loads of damage. Looking at the top 2 now. Yep.
Yeah, 3/10. And last lap, TFJ was almost 6/10 faster a lap. So he's really winding him in here.
Yeah. The question is,
some tire wear, or is just taking it easy for now?
I think well, he's probably had to warm up. He's Probably got into the groove now. Yeah, he didn't have the best start either. He lost quite a few positions off the start. And, well, now he's got into the groove, he's catching up. But the question is, can he get past? And if he... And, well, can and where can he get past? Like we said earlier, there's not much space for overtaking on this track, so we'll just have to wait and see. But,
oh no.
What's happened?
Got it all wrong going into the pits, and I believe he...
that's heavy, yeah. Looks like he has. Did he carry too much speed?
And
probably.
He has to drive through.
Yep, so he's got to either... Well, I think he either repairs his damage now and serves drive through later, which is probably the best thing to do. There we go, pit windows open. Yeah, it looks like he's going to serve his... Yeah, he's going to serve his... sorry, he's going to repair his damage and then serve his drive through the next lap. Hooschii, Jan saying 5 Nissans, we don't see that on PC. Hooschii saying we bet for more than 5 DTs, or 5 plus. 5 or more drive-through penalties. It's possible, I don't know. In a longer race, maybe in Division 1, we'll see a few more drive-throughs, but at the moment there's only one, which is good to see.
And Sayers and TFJ are fighting it out, but only the gap being 2/10, and TFJ looking left, right and center where he can pass Sayers.
Yeah, he's struggling to get past at the moment. Both of these cars quick on the straight line. The Audi slightly quicker. You can see him pulling away, even with the slipstream. Sayers managed to pull away on the straight, and it's just that final corner. The Aston, I think, isn't able to get a good drive out of the final corner compared to the Audi at least. But yeah, let's bring up the driver of the day voting as well. We'll do that now while the pit window is open. Where is it? We can disable that. Wait, has the what, put anything in? It hasn't, has it? No, I think she's saying please don't swap to onboard with me this race. No promises, no promises. Yeah, I don't think the bot is actually doing its job. I think he might be on holiday, so we'll have to do it ourselves.
Yeah, no, she's also saying that TFJ needs to undercut Sayers. He probably won't hear us, but I think that's maybe the better option, but both drivers are running quite similar pace for now. And losing a little bit of time to Jaroslav in P3, gets for 3.6 seconds. Later, Maxi just passed Contentnow, or better known as Griffith. But he has a lot of damage.
Yeah, Ghost Gaming still... Yeah. Is that Moberg and... no. Or who are we talking about again?
I was talking... Oh, Leighton Maxi.
Ah, yeah. He had that damage through Blindsman corner when he lost the car and hit the wall. But we've got another battle going on. Oh yeah, it looks like he picked up some more damage after that as well, I think. Unless we just didn't see that damage on the front. But yeah, he's been caught up by Griffiths and Moberg now. And driver of the day voting is now up. So for whoever's watching, go vote for your driver of the day. Voting will close at the end of the race, and we'll bring that up as well. We'll bring the results up at the end of the race too. So make sure to vote for your favourite driver or whoever you want to vote for. Ghost Gaming still got that drive through. He looks like he's going to have to serve it now, and he's still got his mandatory pit stop to do as well. So he would have pitted 3 times now. Oh, he's going to have to pit 3 times. Oh no, a bit late on the brakes there into the pits. No, who's he tagged round? Is that Pete Bibb? Yes. No, it's Pete Bibb. Let's hope he doesn't get a disqualification for reversing in the pits there. That's such a shame there.
10-point turn.
Yeah, this is a 10-point turn here. I think he's... Oh, God. No, oh, he's hit the wall as well. Oh, no. It's going to be some
drive-through
more damage. Yeah.
Jack Craft.
Jack Craft has still got his drive. Oh, wait. Oh, wait,
it's
sorry. Yeah, it's a new one. Sorry, that was Ghost, wasn't it? Ghost Gaming. Who,
He didn't deserve his penalty?
No. Didn't. Maybe he didn't have it enabled. Maybe he had it turned off.
Oh,
I think he had it turned off.
I think he needs to take it now, otherwise he won't be...
I think he gets disqualified if you don't take it in time. Wait, is he entering the pits now? No, he's...
Oh, he's still on track, he's in turn 4.
I think if he crosses the line, you'll get automatically disqualified, but that was a really bad pit entry there from Jack Croft. And these top two Sayers and TFJ still battling out here. TFJ hasn't found a way past. And actually, Hooschii, your prediction of five or more drive-throughs looking more likely now. We've got 2 at the moment. We've got quite a few drivers in the pits. We've got Akril, Edgar Monroy, Akril and Edgar joined a bit late. Pete Babe now has served his mandatory pit stop. King Quinn is side by side there with, I believe, that is Price, who is still yet to serve his mandatory stop as well. Is Price going to let him through? No, Price is going to hold on here. Obviously, they are on different strategies, so they won't be battling each other for position. We've got Sperano and... Actually, Price has dropped down the order, hasn't he? He was battling with Sperano. He's now down in P14. I think he's made a mistake somewhere, has Price. Yeah, Sperano.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Now Sperano is battling with Steph Jake, one of the Nissans. Steph Jake, currently the quickest Nissan on the track at the moment, running in P8, top 10 here at the moment. Aiden and Overtaker into the pits for their mandatory pit stop. Goes Gaming. Will he serve his drive-through penalty now? Have a look.
I might think he has another one. Because he went in really fast into the pits.
Oh no, that might be a stop-go then. For Ghost Gaming. It might even be a stop-go for him. Let's see. No, he's alright. So he served his drive-through, but he's got to do his mandatory pit stop now. So that's going to be like, what, 4 or 5 times in the pits already. There we go, Yaroslav into the pits. TFJ still out of track. Surprisingly not going for the undercut.
No, he went for the outside onto the first corner, but Say is closing the gap, but still in front.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Oh, big mistake there for TFJ on the rear of the car, all over the place. But he's got it controlled once again. Yeah, got it controlled. Looks like he was braking a bit too late there and turning a bit too much as well. But yeah, I'm surprised, like Hooschii mentioned, he should go for an undercut. The undercut on this track is going to work so well with how difficult it is to overtake. So if you go for an undercut, TFJ, well, even if he's in a bit of traffic, that's no problem. You can easily get past him with the pace he's got. But when you're battling for the race lead and you can't get past, I mean, undercut is going to work really, really well. So I'm surprised he hasn't gone into the pits yet. But let's see.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Yeah, and Yoram is coming out of the pits. Critical Ghost is still in, and EMD is also still in the pits. Oh, and TFJ sending it on the inside, but still no way past.
Yeah, no way past to get Sayers at the moment. TFJ just hasn't found that chink in the armour of Sayers just yet. But but did he fake a pit? Interesting.
I think so.
He either faked the pit or he decided not to pit in the last second there, but that, yeah, very weird strategy here from TFJ. Definitely would have pitted if I were him, because he's losing even more time now, being stuck behind Sayers. And we switch to Daytime Dave into the pits now for his mandatory stop. Lackey then takes provisional P3. Sperano and Steph Jake still battling out on track as well. And looks like Steph Jake into the pits, switch back to, actually, sorry, we've got Axie and Price now battling for position.
Yeah, and looking at the comments, Jan Barth saying Ghost on a 4-stop strategy. Yeah.
4-stop strategy. Wow, I didn't realise it was an endurance race. But, or Ghost it might have been. But yeah, Axie staying out on track. Price into the pits now for his mandatory stop. I think, there we go. But yeah, not much going on here with Axie at the moment. Just wanted to get quick on board with the Nissan. It does sound quite nice.
Yeah, and The two guys in front are now catching a ghost, so they are lapping faster than him.
Yeah, looks like.
And he just left him by.
Yeah, good on there from Ghost. But it looks like EMD and Aiden are battling for position as well. P16 and P17. EMD was leading the race, but made a huge mistake. And well, after Sayers passed him, he made a huge mistake and dropped right down the order.
It wasn't even a mistake.
Oh yeah,
it was not a mistake of him.
It was contact. Yeah, it was contact. But TFJ now into the pits for his mandatory stop. Has he got to stop in time? Yeah, looked like he did just. And now that is that Ghost Gaming into the pits?
Lucky in P2.
Yep. Lucky up into P2, staying out, keeping it out for very long. There's only 5 minutes left of the pit window to go. He's keeping out for a long time here, is Lucky, so a different strategy here for him. Let's see what's going on here. Overtaker into a bit of clean air. Actually, Aiden. Oh, Price with a stop go 30 for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no. That's not good for Price. He's running such a good race.
Unfortunate for him, but yeah, nothing to do about that.
Yeah, what a shame there. Good to see you, Cass. Oh, she's saying you look the same because the RKM RKM profile picture.
Yeah, so Sayers is still not pitting with only 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, he's in clean air. You can. Oh well, yeah. Oh, he was in clean air. He's got a bit of traffic now, so maybe he might think about pitting this lap to cover the undercut off from TFJ. I'd definitely pit if I were Sayers here, just to cover off that undercut from TFJ, who's now in. Look, he's in complete clean air now. It's TFJ. If he pitted earlier, this undercut would be. Well, it would be a higher chance of working. But
he is in the pits.
Yep, Sayers in the pits now to cover off that undercut. Looks like Price still with his stop go 30. But hasn't really got anyone near him at the moment. But that might be different once he's served that. That's a very big penalty to serve here at this track. And I think he's going to pit now. No, he's staying out. Staying out on track.
Yeah, Lackey is also. Car 27, Griffiths.
Oh!
30 seconds. Go.
No, that would be for speeding. Is that speeding the pit lane as well? I think it is. Yep. He's just come out of the pits. But let's see. Where is TFJ? He is coming up towards the penultimate corner now. Sayers still in the pits. Hasn't been dropped off his jacks
stopped
just yet. It's going to be close, I think, between these two. Let's see. Up towards the final corner.
The question is who changed tires, and Sayers got dropped off the jacks.
Yeah, he's got going already. Wow. I think.
So I don't think Sayers took tires.
Yeah, he either hasn't taken tires, or TFJ got a horrible pit stop and didn't stop in his box correctly. But we'll see what the gap is between these two. It looks to be about 5 seconds, 5-6 seconds, I think, between the two, or maybe even more. We'll just have to wait.
It's a bit more.
We'll just have to wait. Where's Lackey, actually? He's just come out of the pits there. Comfortable P3 here for Lackey, I think, at the moment. Not really got... Wait, actually, is it? No, it's not. Jaram is in front of him, coming through turn 2 now. So no, Lackey is dropped down the order now after his pit stop. He would be... Well, yeah, behind Jaram, so P8. Probably. We still
Yaroslav is now P3.
Yeah, Yaroslav in P3. We still have to wait for that to update. God, it takes a long time. On I'm sorry.
The gap is 6 seconds.
There we go. Now down to P6. Yep, 6 seconds. Yeah, I think Sayers hasn't taken tyres here, so if he's managed the tyres at the start, he's going to be all right for the last part of the race. But we'll see if that gap starts coming down really quickly. Then we'll know if TFJ is on a fresh set of rubber. But yeah, we just have to wait and see here. Griffith's down to the pits for his stop go 30 penalty. Price still yet to serve that penalty. Now we go to EMD, who's in a bit of a battle here with P8 and P7, Stefjek and Sperano there. Let's go on board with the Ferrari. Now on the back of that Nissan here, Stefjek running such a great race here so far. Bit of understeer there for EMD. That's going to be a track limit warning, definitely. That's one of the most trickiest corners, I think, in terms of track limits. It's so easy to pick a track limit warning up there. And I think that's the biggest place where people will be picking up drive-throughs. And also turn 3, or turn 4, blind man's corner, that left-hander going up the hill. If you run slightly too wide there, it gives you an instant track limit warning as well. So yeah, those two corners are really tricky in terms of track limits. But yeah, you're saying about price?
Yes, it's Contentnow. Perfect. Just came out of the pits, but it's stopped go.
He got another one. Has he got another one? Oh no.
Or is it the road again that we have seen before?
I'm not sure. I think he's still got a stop go 30. If he's got another one, that's going to be horrible. Price has served his. I think he's either got another one or he forgot to serve it in Griffiths. The gap between the top two now down to 5 seconds. It is coming down quite quickly now. What I'd say is, if he hasn't changed tyres, he's at least bought himself a bit of breathing room, taken the pressure off of himself. So he can at least focus on himself.
It's the case that he survives as long as possible and keep defending what he did for the first half.
Yeah. Just needs to hang in there. Look, down to 4.5 seconds, so I definitely think he hasn't changed tyres. But 13 minutes left of the race to go. He can hold on for that amount of time. He'll be okay. That difference in tyre wear is going to be huge by the time that gap is closed down between the two. The battle's still going on. Sperano holding on to P7, Stefjek in P8, and EMD in P9. EMD took pole position, but he just hasn't been able to. Well, he's done a great job getting back through the field up into P9 after being pretty much nearly dead last after that bit of contact. But yeah, at the moment it just doesn't seem like he has the pace he had in qualifying.
Yeah, TJ was not lap. He was over a second faster than Sayers.
Over a second faster.
Yeah, so that shows that the new tires can go for you.
Yeah. Griffiths now to pits. Let's hope that stop go 30 goes away now. If it doesn't, it's going to be a bit of a problem there for Griffiths. But good exit there from EMD. He's two in front now, batting quite hard. Going to allow EMD to close right up to them as we go up towards the chicane. Not really an overtaking place, but EMD has a look down the inside. And looks like Sperano with a bit of a mistake. Is Stefjek going to get the run into this left hand? And no, has to back out of that move. Let's be careful. He's got this Ferrari lurking behind him. Bit of a mistake from both those two. And is it going to be a move here from EMD? Looks like he's going to hold it round the outside. And he's got that move done there. And looks like Aiden is joining in the action as well. Just now a 4-car battle. P7, P8, P9 and P10. All battling for position here. It looks like actually they've got Overtaker catching up to them. He's only 2.5 seconds behind. You can see that bright orange McLaren just in the background, who is reeling them in now.
Yeah, keeping tabs on the first two guys. The gap is 3.1 or 2.8 now.
Yeah, it's coming down very, very quickly here. And 11 minutes left of the race to go, so it's definitely possible for TFJ to close that gap, but like we saw earlier, can he get past? It's going to be quite difficult to do so. Sayers.
Drive for Joam.
Oh no, that'll be for track limits. Oh no, that's not good. So late into the race as well. That's what, 3 drive-throughs now?
Yeah.
So 2 more.
So Hooschii.
And yeah, 2 more and Hooshii's wish will come true. I'm not sure, it's an odd wish, or I wouldn't say it's a wish, probably an expectation, but I don't think he'd wish anyone to get a drive-through, unless they're in Division 1.
Yeah, but I saw some drivers with Div 1. Oh, and Jerome going very wide again. Saw some drivers in Div 1 trying the limits, so I think we'll see a bit more of track limits in Div 1.
Yeah, it's a longer race as well, 60 minutes compared to 45, so more chances to make mistakes and go beyond the track limits. But looks like EMD with a great exit through that fast right-hander, but not enough room here, not close enough to go for a move here down the hill into the last few corners here. Now we go into this left hairpin. Now some of these corners feel like they last forever, but it's so important to be patient on the throttle and trail the brakes through some of these corners. You see there, slightly different lines through the final corner. Quite a few of these drivers taking quite a narrow line, which isn't really going to help them get a good run on this straight. You want to be aiming for a bit of a later apex and not just hugging the final corner. But EMD.
Yeah, Sayers is in trouble now.
Oh yeah, he is. I'm just seen that as well. And it looks like they've encountered a bit of traffic here. They've just passed, I believe. Jaren's going to have to serve that drive-through penalty. Looks like Ghost Gaming now in last place currently. Acro and P22, so he's got going once again. We've got Moberg and Axia batting for position, and looks like Sayers going defensive. TFJ trying around the outside, but he hasn't got that done, and Sayers holds on with just 8 minutes, or just under 9 minutes left to go. And Sayers just needs to make sure he gets a good enough exit out the final corner to hold off TFJ, and I think throughout the rest of the track he's pretty much okay to take his normal lines to hold on.
Yeah, and I think Sayers made a massive mistake by not picking any new tires. Because look at the speed of the Aston Martin.
Yeah, that Aston
so easily now.
Yeah, that Aston's been able to stick with that Audi now down the straight. You would see before the pit stops, TFJ would lose a bit of time on the straights compared to that Audi, but now he's sticking with him or even closing the gap. But if Sayers can hold on, he will be okay. There's really only one line through these corners. It's so narrow. There's not really much space for overtaking. Jaram now serving his drive-through penalty.
Yeah, and Aiden in P9, he just overtook Steph Jake, I believe. So, good race from Aiden, who was, I believe, a reserve.
Yep, he's a reserve. He started at the back of the grid, right at the back, so dead last. And bad exit there from the Devil's Son, out the chicane, and TFJ looks for a move down the inside, but forces Sayers a bit deep into the next corner. Is he going to be able to hold on? The pressure is really on here as that timer ticks down, and TFJ not able to get a successful overtake done just yet. It looks like he's got a great exit there through that fast right-hander. Sayers going defensive once more. He was able to do it before, and looks like I think he'll be able to hold on to his position once again. And there we go, he does. But TFJ looking for a move down the inside. No luck there. And once again, for Sayers, he just needs to focus on his exit speed through this final corner. But doesn't look like he's got a good exit there. Look how close TFJ is this time around. He's got a much better exit, and Sayers is in a bit of trouble here as we come down the start-finish straight. He's going extremely defensive very early on here. But can TFJ find any space to overtake here? Sayers back to the middle of the track. Can he do it? I don't think he can. He's not alongside enough to get that done, and Sayers once again holds on, but into turn 2. Has TFJ got enough of a run? No, he doesn't.
Well, I think both of these drivers will dream of each other.
Bit of a mistake.
Sayers with a mistake.
Oh, he caught it just in time. He caught that slide really well, did Sayers. But it's given TFJ the run, but once again through Blindsman corner, you don't want to be going side by side. You'll end up in contact most of most of the time. And he's going to try it around the outside here. Is TFJ, can he get it done? No, he's got his nose there. Bit of draw in between the two, but there's nowhere for them to go. This is great racing between the two, and TFJ is going to have to back out of that once again. He's got a good exit. Well, they've both got good exits this time through the chicane. It's great racing between the top two. This is what you want to see in Division 2, and the BMW behind them, I believe that's Jackcraft, actually sticking with them. So
yeah, and someone is catching up because Jaroslav is within 3.5 seconds.
Yeah, he is, and is it going to be a late move there from TFJ? Oh, he thought about it, trying to go for the dummy, but has that sent Sayers deep into the corner? It has ever so slightly, but once again, he's got the inside line here, and like you said, 2.5 seconds back is Jaroslav, so this is possibly going to become a three-way battle for the lead. Just 5 minutes left to go. If Jaroslav gets involved in this battle, this is really going to switch things up, and a horrible exit out of the final corner there from Sayers. TFJ backing back into the slipstream. Sayers going defensive now. That's going to force TFJ to the outside. No, Sayers back over to the racing line. I think that was a mistake there, and he's been able to, oh, he's deep into turn 1. That's going to allow TFJ to take that spot easily. There he goes into P1. Sayers moving a bit too much down the braking. I think he broke a bit too late as well, and well, TFJ up into P1 now, and Jaroslav has just caught them up, but is this going to allow TFJ now to pull away, and Sayers they're slightly wide through turn 3. Sayers actually sticking with, oh, he's wide once again. He doesn't want to be picking up a drive through this late into the race. Just 4 minutes left to go. I think he's pushing a bit too much now on these old tyres. Bit of a slide there from him as well. Jaroslav is only 1 second behind. We quickly switch to Sperano, and EMD has got the move done into turn 1. EMD up into P6 now. And Sperano down into, oh, he's got his hazards on as well, but he's looking for another move down into turn 2 for an immediate reply back. He hasn't been able to get it done, but it's Sperano P6, EMD P6, Sperano P7, Aiden P8, Steph Jake P9, and Overtaker. He's lost loads of time. Well, that's only a couple seconds behind this train, but it's now, what, 7-8 seconds behind, so he's made a mistake somewhere out on track. It looks like Axia and Moberg side by side as we come up towards turn 1. That Nissan's so much quicker on the straights, and looks like they're still side by side, these two. I think Axia might be able to get it done because you have the inside for turn 2, but let's see, can Moberg hang it around the outside? And no, Axia has got it done up into P13. There goes Axia, Moberg down into P14 there. Looks like we've got a bit of a late joiner there. AGC, well, joined with just 3 minutes left of the race to go, so he's a bit too late for this race.
Yeah, I think Sayers needs to watch his rearview mirror because Jaroslav is within a second.
Yep, he definitely is.
One mistake, and Jaroslav might pass him. But only, I think it's 2 laps, maybe, yeah, 2 laps to go. Can Sayers will hang on.
Yeah, let's see. He was able to hold on, hold off TFJ for so long. Let's see if he can do the same against Jaroslav. Now the Porsche's not as quick on the straights, so it might be a bit easier on the straights. But through the corners, the Porsche's going to be able to close in. Or close this gap, especially on a fresh set of rubber. Just 2 minutes left of the race to go. We've still got this battle going on between Sperano and Aiden as well. And make sure to vote for your driver of the day if you haven't done so already. The link is pinned. How many votes have we got so far? Let's have a look at the results. Yep, we've got quite a few votes in so far, so be sure to vote if you haven't done so already. You can vote for multiple drivers at once, but once you've voted, you can't vote again. And before the race is over, be sure
Okay, the leader is on the
to
final
do
lap now. Give it all you can.
your
Final lap
voting.
is starting now.
Yep, it is.
So 1 lap. So Jaroslav has 1 lap to try and overtake Sayers. So it's gonna be really hard. It's going a bit wide into the first corner. at TFJ, a gap of 2 seconds already, so his fresh tires are working well for him.
Yeah, Sayers really struggling, like Hooschii said in the comments, he's really struggling from not changing tyres, but I think he'll be able to hold on this lap. Although he's, oh, that's going to be wide there for Sayers. Oh, that was very, very close. I don't think, it might even be on his last warning, we don't know. But he's got to be careful here with the track limits if he doesn't want to pick up a drive-through. Looks like Steph Jake on the back of Sperano. Now Aiden, as we saw, got past. Now Sperano down to P8. He was on for possibly a P6, but he's still got his hazards on. And Steph Jake looking left and right to try and get a move done. Axia and Moberg still battling for position as well. But where's our race leader, TFJ? He is into the final sector now. And with a comfortable lead. Looks like he will be able to finish this race in P1.
Yeah, the gap over 3 seconds at the moment. And going into the final corner, I believe, now.
Yep, through the final corner goes TFJ to take the win in the opening round here of Division 2. Crosses the line, P1 for TFJ. Sayers just about holds on to P2 there. Yaroslav, P3. It's a photo finish between those two across the line. Daytime Dave just 2 seconds back there to Yaroslav. So if the race is any longer, he'll be catching up too. But he finishes P4. Lucky is coming up towards the final few corners. And he'll cross the line in P5 with a 14-second gap there to EMD.
Yeah, and I believe it's TFJ's first victory here. A victory for the, well, driving it in SimZone, so
yeah,
great job of him.
So yeah. I mean, he didn't race with us last season due to the timings, but Division 2, he's able to race with these times. He's doing those donuts. No. Aston can't do donuts. But Lackey in P5, EMD in P6. Aiden's going to cross the line in P7. Sperano crosses the line in P8, just holding off Steph Jake there. Gap of just 0.6 as they cross the line. Overtaker is going to cross the line in P10. Jerem after his drive-through penalty in P11, but it could have been a top 10 finish there. We've got some drivers batting in the background, but Kirito goes P12. Moberg P13, still got a bit of the lap to go. And Axia, what's happened to Axia? Look how far back he is. Moberg and Axia were neck and neck. Now he's 15 seconds back. He's picked up some damage as well.
Maybe he made a mistake somewhere.
He's definitely made a mistake somewhere. He's definitely made a mistake somewhere. But he's going to round off the final corner there. Here's Axia, and he'll finish in P14. So there we have it. Your race results. TFJ P1, Sayers P2, and Yaroslav P3. Now, stick with us because we'll be back for Division 1 and we'll announce the driver of the day for Division 2 once we're back for that qualifying session as well. So stick with us and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see on... Oh, that's the wrong media. Right, I'll get that up in just a second. But as you can see on your screen, that is the driver of the day voting from Division 2. And looks like TFJ taking driver of the day there with 6 votes. Sayers there with 3 votes. EMD with 2 votes. Daytime Dave with 2 votes. Seth Jake with 2 votes as well. Aiden on 2 votes. Yaroslav Sperano, Price, oh that's a typo, and Ghost Gaming all on 1 as well. So TFJ, congratulations on driver of the day. And we've now got qualifying for Division 1. Just 10 minutes left to go of this qualifying session. Let's see if we can find the correct... there we go, I found it. It doesn't want to appear now. Hold on just a moment. Okay, not sure what's happened there. Just some technical difficulties here. Oh, lovely. Oh, I think I know why. There we go. Oh, I know why. Just bear with me a second while we get this sorted out. Anyways, we have Colin Brunner currently on provisional. Oh, there we go. It should be sorted out now. There we go. That's better. So Colin Brunner currently on provisional pole there with a 145. Oh no, Cadbury now on pole with a 145.205. Colin Brunner. Oh no, it's changed again. Colin Brunner back on pole with a 144.892, so into the 144s now. Track is now fast, so it started green, now it's gone to fast, so we'll see some quicker times here. 43 is definitely possible on a fast track. I've done it before, so it's definitely possible. We'll see any of the drivers do 43s here on console. And I think that was slightly wide there for Colin Brunner. No, he's still within track limits. Country's still on a lap here, but let's see. We've got the triple two car coming across the line. That's eye for an eye in the Ferraris. But across the line here, puts it into P16, 2.9 seconds off though at the moment. We've got the number 17 car as well, which is Per-Olav, who's going to cross the line there. Into P11 he goes in the Porsche. We've got quite a few Porsches actually on the grid today. We've got Bastian BST NNA there in P19. We've got GT Jamie in the Porsche. We've got Per-Olav here in P14 in the Porsche. We've also got Besselink in the Porsche. So 3 of those drivers are from RKM there. And as we know, RKM are partnered with the SimZone now. And Mr. Whitesmurf there puts it on provisional pole, a 144.890, just 2 thousandths quicker than Colin Brunner there in P2. Very, very close between those two at the moment. And the Audi, the BMW, both quick cars here at Hungaroring. It's quite a lot of quick cars at Hungaroring actually. And Colin Brunner there with a 144.7 does improve and takes provisional pole back off of Mr. Whitesmurf. So back into P1 there, a bit late on the brakes, and yep, looks like he's aborted that lap as well. Aston JB currently in P4 in the Audi. Yep, Aston JB. Let's just double check this. Yep, in the Audi number 28. He's in the right car here. And let's see who else is about to cross the line. We've got the number 17 car once again. That was Per-Olav here, who's rounding the penultimate corner now. 2.3 seconds off at the moment. Let's see what he can do as he comes up towards the final corner now. Now we will have driver of the day voting open about 10-15 minutes into the race. So keep your eye out for that. We will announce it when it's up. But Per-Olav crossing the line. No improvement that time around. So still sitting in P15. What other cars? We've got fednad still yet to set a time in the McLaren. Into P20 though. It only jumps up one position. Tom Curtin still yet to, well, improve. He's currently 4.5 seconds off at the moment. So he's doing 49s, and I think he definitely has more in it, does Tom Curtin. But he's coming up towards the final corner. Let's see what he can do. Quite a few Audis. This season, more than the BMWs. But Lely in the pits, he's a reserve driver, so he won't be able to set a quality lap. I'm Cortin still in P21 though. Sky Adrian ran in second corner now. Hasn't put in a lap time yet. We've had 10 minutes of this qualifying session already, but seems like he's been struggling to get in a lap so far. And track limits here, as we know, as we've seen from Division 2, very, very strict. And well, if you keep invalidating your lap, you're not going to get a lap in or the quali session. But Colin Brander there in the pits now. Whitesmurf still out on track. He's got himself some traffic though. Fednad in front is on a hot lap as well. So it looks like Whitesmurf didn't leave himself enough space before starting his hot lap, and I think that's still within track limits there. But there we go, giving himself some space now, which is the best thing to do. So Mr. Whitesmurf there with some smart decisions. Bastian BSTNA there into P5 in the Porsche there, 6/10 off at the moment. So the top 5 all within a second of each other. Packham P6, the second back, and just 3,000ths quicker than Dimmer Justo in P6, who's actually sat in the pits. Of course, it doesn't show he's in the pits because of the bug on console. And when they'll fix that, we have no idea. I mean, they said they fixed it last update, but nope, they haven't. So it's still, still a bug. Yeah, Packham on a lap here. I believe he's still within track limits. Yes, he is. Dimmer Justo coming out of the pits now. Try and improve. Just under 4 minutes left to go. Let's see what Packham can do as he comes to the chicane now. Actually, we've got a few more drivers round in the final corner. We've got the 83 car. Who is the 83 car? Per-Olav, who's currently in P21, just 2.8 seconds back. So Tom Quarantine has improved there. Now into P20 he goes. Per-Olav crosses the line. No, he goes into P20 there. 2.6 seconds off. But P20 is for Per-Olav at the moment. The whole field only separated by 3 seconds. Walker is out on track. Hasn't yet put in a lap time. Actually, Adrian has put in a lap time now. He's up into P16, but Walker, and he put in a time here. Let's see, as he rounds the final corner. We've seen him do 144s in the lobbies, in the practice lobbies. Let's see, not using much of the exit out of the final corner, but he crossed the line. No lap time there for Walker. Let's see what he can do. Or if he's even able to set a valid lap. Colin Brander still out on track. I believe he's just started a flying lap here. Whitesmurf coming up towards the final few corners. See what you can do. A bit wide there for Whitesmurf. But coming through the last corner now, keeping the car in the middle of the track, trying to get a late apex. Oh, he's very wide there. Is Whitesmurf. Didn't look like a good exit whatsoever, but is he going to improve? No, he's not. Still P2 there for Whitesmurf country. He's just 2/10 behind there, Colin Brander, and the top 3 really, really close. Aston JB now in P4, 5 or 6/10 off. Sherman now in P5 as well, 6/10 off. BSDNNA still in P6, 6/10 off. And now Packham has dropped that time down ever so slightly, but he's got it within a second of Colin Brander there, running a bit wide on the exit of that chicane, catching a bit of a grass. And his tyres aren't going to like that one bit. But let's look who else is on a lap at the moment. We've got the 110 car, that's Catcher. He's going to... Oh, he's just started lap, so no improvement there from him. Dig Dasmo, currently a P9. He's sat in the pits though. Martinez in P10, currently 1.1 seconds off. Let's see the 141 car. Who's the 141 car? GT Jamie, currently sitting in P17. He's about to cross the line. Any improvement for him? Yes, moves up into P15 there. 1.5 seconds off though at the moment. So still lots of time to be found, but time is running out in this qualifying session. But we've got GT Jamie, Besselink there in P14, who's just started a lap now as well. Still lots of time to be made up for these Porsche drivers. Highest Porsche currently BST NNA in P4. We've got the 29 car about to cross the line as well. That's Mr. Whitesmurf. Has he found any more time? He just needs over a 1/10.5, and he has found it. A 1:44.670 from Whitesmurf, just pipping Colin Brander to pole there by 400 of a second. That's absolutely nothing. That could be getting on the throttle just a fraction of a second earlier, or on the brakes a fraction of a second earlier. He's run really wide there. So Colin Brander, well, I'm not sure if he'll be able to get another lap in. He's got a few more corners to go. Yeah, I don't think he'll be able to get another lap in, will Colin Brander, unfortunately. I think that might be his Yep, that's his quali session over. Yep, and he's entering the pits now. So Whitesmith on provisional pole, Conrad provisional P2. Capture has finished this qualifying session, and so he's P3 at the moment. BSTN in the pits, so he'll be P4. Unless Packham can find any more time here, he only needs about half a tenth to start on the front 2 rows. Let's see if you can find any more time. And look how close Packham and Aston JB are here. 5 thousandths of a second separating those two as Packham there rounds the final corner. Let's see if he's found any more time. He just needs a 10th. And he crosses the line. Oh no, it's so close. He did improve, but it wasn't by enough. And he now returns the car to the pits. We've got a couple more cars out on track. We've got Bad to Bones here currently sitting in P12. No, returning the car to the pits. So that means it is DeedeeTKU who is coming up towards he's coming up towards the penultimate corner now. Currently in P8, 1 second off. And the number 17 car, Haller in P20. These two, the only ones on track at the moment. DeedeeTKU is going to round the final corner. Lots of drivers not using that exit, that runoff you've got on the exit, but he does improve, not enough to gain a position. And Paller's going to cross the line. Did he improve? P17 for Paller, so I think that was an improvement. I'm not 100% sure, but there we go. Mr. Whitesmith P1, Colin Brander P2, and Capture P3. We'll be back very shortly for the start of the race, so make sure to stay tuned. Right, we're back for the start of Division 1, and as we saw in qualifying, it's extremely close between White Smurf and Colin Brander. Just 0.04 of a second separating these two. And then we're starting on the front row. The BMW not the quickest on the straights. The Audi might get a better start here. Let's see. We're going to get going in just a moment. Not this start line, it's this next white line here where we are green now. There we go. Off to a good start there from White Smurf with the Audi putting alongside already, sticking with the BMW. But I don't think Colin Brander's got enough. What he might do to try and go around the outside. He's going to try it around the outside. Is Colin Brander still side by side? If he has the outside of turn 1, yes he has, and he's got the inside now for turn 2. Up into P1 goes Colin Brander. What a clean start from Division 1. Actually, I better not say anything, but what a good start there from Division 1. Someone a bit wide there in the background. I think that may have been Sherman slightly wide there through turn 2, but he's held on here. He's now attacking the back of is that BST in the Porsche? I think it is, and this is going to shuffle around now, so we'll have to wait for that. Let's get rid of that massive Hungaroring sign. There we go. We obviously know what track it is. There we go. So it's still Colin Brander now leading the race. White Smurf P2, Country P3, BSTNNA P4, Sherman P5, Aston JB still in P6 where he was. But Packham looks like he's dropped down the order here. He's, I think he made a mistake. Is that DeedeeTKU ahead of him? Yes, so DeedeeTKU has got past. Has Packham got any damage? He does have some damage. It looks like he has run into the back of someone there at the start. He's definitely got a bit of damage on that BMW of his. But Packham's got Big Dasmo right behind him in that Aston. I quite like the colours on that Aston actually. It's quite a funky looking livery there from Big Dasmo, but followed by Curtin and Martinez, two Ferrari drivers neck and neck at the moment. But the top 11 slightly pulling away from the rest of the field. Adrian still thereabouts. Besserick behind him. Paula is there as well, but he's got Ibanez in the BMW hounding him as they go into the start finish straight, and he's looking for a move down the inside. Is he going to slot back in? Yes he is. Not close enough for that. And GT Jamie right behind here, so Ibanez in a bit of a Porsche sandwich. They got eye for an eye right behind them is Batter Bones there in the McLaren. Losing a bit of time to this pack, but he might be able to catch up if they continue to battle. But well, he's really leading the pack behind him. He's got Nyman in P19, Fednad in P20, Lely, who's a reserve driver starting from the back of the grid, is now making his way up through the field. Tom Cortino in P22, Per-Olav in P23, and Walker dead last at the moment in P24. Wasn't able to set a quali lap, so he started pretty much towards the back. Let's go back to the race leader here, Colin Brander, with about half a second to White Smurf there behind him. And let's see, it's a longer race this time for Division 1. Let's see if track limits are going to be a problem here for them. Second. Right, there we go. So yeah, driver of the day voting is open now, so just vote for your favourite driver of the day. We've got plenty of time to do so throughout this race, whole hour. But like we said, Colin Brander leading the race. White Smurf sticking with him though, so is Katri and BSTNNA as well. Those dropped a few tenths through this top 3. But it's anyone's game at the moment still. But as we saw in Division 2, really difficult to overtake around this circuit. So Colin Brander in quite a good position at the moment in this race. Even if he starts defending, I mean, White Smurf, there's not really much space for him to go. I mean, he'll be backed up into Katri and BSTNNA, which is going to aid Colin Brander massively. But let's go down to this battle It's Sherman P5, followed by Aston Jamie P6, Dimajusta P7, Packham P8, Big Dasmo P9, Kerwin P10, Martinez P11, Basilink P12, Adrian P13th, and then we've got a bit of another train going on with Paolo P14, Ibanez P15, GT Jamie P16, iPhone P17, and Bad to Bones bit further back here, but he's still there or thereabouts, and looks like that is Eye for an Eye eyeing up a move on GT Jamie, but he runs, I think that was still within track limits, but looking at the track map, the 5 minutes into the race, the grid is still very, very close, which is great to see, but looks like Per-Olav now into P24, so Walker has got past, and Per-Olav now to dead last, and looks like GT Jamie slightly wide there, or actually trying to get a move, actually no, he is slightly wide, and Eye for an Eye goes up the inside there of Jamie, through the final corner they go now, and he's up into P16, so Jamie down a position there, and he's now got Bad to Bones right behind him. Now both these guys not the quickest on the straights, but the McLaren will be able to get the legs on the Porsche, down the inside, on the brakes he goes, and Jamie a bit deep on the brakes there, but can he hang it around the outside? I don't think he'll be able to, and Bad to Bones now should be kind of defensive, but he's not, he's left that door wide open, but no, I think he was confident enough to stick to the racing line there, and open up turn 2 as much as possible. So up in position there goes Bad to Bones, GT Jamie losing 2 positions there in just a matter of a few corners, and there's so many battles going on throughout the field. Per-Olav there in P24 at the moment, Walker now, oh, who's that who's dropped back? That's Fednad, I think, who's dropped back down to P23 here, and now Per-Olav trying to fight for position with Fednad. Fednad's had a bit of a mess, and he's got a bit of damage on that front splitter of that McLaren, so something there has happened to him. Walker now making his way through the field after not being able to set a quali lap. Now in P22, but very difficult to overtake round here. So Walker's struggling at the moment. Lenny as well. He's got the pace to be. Oh, Adrian already with a driver penalty. We're only 7 minutes into the race, and he's picked one up. That's huge mistake there from Adrian, and if that's only 7 minutes into the race, how many more drive-throughs are we going to see? But Lenny currently in P20, he yeah, like I said, definitely has pace to be in the top 3 or the top 5, but as a reserve he's starting from the back, and he's struggling to get past here. He's struggling to get past Nyman, who is going defensive now, coming out towards turn 1. Lely's going to be on the outside, coming up towards turn 1. Can he maybe go for an undercut, switchback? Sorry, I don't think he's alongside enough to go around the outside. He's going to attempt a switchback, but no, it's a really odd corner to get a switchback done. It's turn 1. It's probably easier to go around the outside of turn 1 than do a switchback. But it looks like they got GT Jamie just in front, who I believe he's getting to grips with the Porsche. He was in the Honda before, I believe he mained that car, but yeah, in the Porsche now. But yeah, it looks like it's he's enjoying it much more, I believe. Looks to be a lot more stable than the Honda. Ibanez on the back of Palo at the moment. He's got a great exit out of the chicane. He's going to have a look. He thinks of it, but has to back out of that. Wasn't alongside enough. Let's go back to the race leader, Colin and White Smurf still neck and neck here. That sign is so bad, or the camera is so badly placed for this corner. But yeah, Colin Runda and White Smurf have slightly pulled away there from Capture, about 1.2 seconds. Now, although Capture doesn't, yeah, it is about a second as they cross the line. Now, no, it's just less than a second. So that slipstream effect is still going to be there, although not going to be much as they head down towards turn 1. And yeah, White Smurf has been able to stick with Colin Brando, so Colin Brando hasn't been able to shake off that BMW. Maybe not pushing too hard at the moment. He knows there's not much space to overtake, so probably managing those tyres a bit more. Hungaroring isn't actually too bad on tyre wear. It's not too bad on tyre wear, but But yeah, Colin Brando still in P1, Whitesmith in P2. Let's have a look at some other battles that are going on. We've still got Sherman, Aston JB, Dimmer just although this pack is separated. Actually, no, it hasn't. We just looked at the track map. It's still very, very close. Pretty much the whole field, and now that's Adrian in P24 trailing at the back there after serving his drive-through penalty. But even after that drive-through penalty, he's not too far behind. There's still, oh, we've had a bit of an accident there, 132, that is Ibanez. Oh, he's got some heavy damage there. I think he's lost a car by himself, maybe. Yeah, what's happened there? Has he hooked himself on the inside curb and picked up damage? So I don't see anyone else involved in any incidents. He was with Paolo here. Paolo, no damage to Paolo's car. I think Ibanez lost the car himself, and look at that damage. He might even have to pit, or can he wait until the pit window? Pit window opens in 9 minutes. If he can continue out on the track for another 9 minutes, he won't have to serve another pit stop. But that car has definitely seen better days. I'm not sure if he'll be able to continue out on track. Although he's making the corners, it's not like his steering is bent from what I can see. In fact, let's... oh no. Can I go on board, please? Can I please go on board? No, he's entering the pits, so let's try going on board now. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, why can't we go on board? Let's see. No, that's not going to work. Oh, please fix your cameras, ACC. This is on console, it's horrible working with keyboard. This is the only way we can do it, is with keyboard, and now I can't even exit out these menus. Oh, unless it's my wireless keyboard that has stopped working, but I don't think it is, because I can still do that. Oh, there we go. Well, there's no point going on board with Ibanez now that he's in the pit. But it looks like Adrian will get past him as a result. Colin Brando, oh, a bit wide there. That could have been a track limit warning. Well, that may have been a track limit warning there from Colin Brando. We were saying earlier in Division 2, that's one of the easiest corners to get a track limit warning. And you can see the top three have pulled a huge gap to BST NNA's in a bit of no man's land at the moment. Just hasn't been able to keep up with the pace of the top three. Actually with the fastest lap of the race, which I can check now, is a 1:44.4. And it just does a 1:45 that last time around. So Katri still with the fastest lap of the race, and Colin Brando now pulling away ever so slightly, allowing Katri to close the gap to White Smurf now. You can actually feel the effects of the dirty air on this track quite a lot, and it is a thing in ACC. Definitely is a thing, and oh, there's a car facing the wrong way. That is Packham. What has happened to Packham? Has he been rear-ended there into turn 1? Let's have a look. What has happened to Packham? He's faced... No, I don't think he's got any damage on the rear. He may have been... He's got damage on the left-hand side, though. And he's had to wait for pretty much the whole field to get past, and he's struggling to get going once again, facing the wrong way. And he's got going now. And Packham now all the way at the back of the grid. He's had a bit of a mare there, has Packham, unfortunately. And looks like Colin Brando now pulling away from Whitesmith. That gap almost a second. Let's go to Martinez and Cohen, who are side by side. Martinez has got that move done on Cohen into the chicane. You don't usually see happening. And Martinez now up into P8. Cohen down into P9. Two Ferraris have been going at it for quite a while. And they've got Besselink not too far up ahead of them either in the Porsche. Besselink in P7 now. So 4 or 5 seconds back to Aston JB, so hasn't really got to worry about anyone in front of him, but Martinez and Kerwin are closing the gap to him now. 1.5 seconds there between Besselink and Martinez. Colin Brando now with the fastest lap of the race. Has he got into a better groove now? 1:44.2 there from Colin Brando. Very quick lap time there from him. Let's see if he can get into the 1:43s. in this race. We've got a few more comments coming in saying, Pete Bibb saying go, go, go. Jan saying Cody in the Porsche. Yep, he is in the Porsche. I think he hasn't really had enough seat time in that car, to be honest. I think he would have had a safer bet with sticking with his BMW, but yeah, Porsche's not an easy car to drive by any means, but I think he's got a whole season to get used to it though, so plenty of time to get up to speed in that beast of a car. But I'm watching Colin Brother with a 1.5 second gap to White Smurf, who's still got Katri all over his tail as he runs wide, pardon me, and that's possibly going to be a track limit warning for him as well. Now we've already seen a drive through which for Sky Adrian, he's down into P22, so he's had to serve that. Lely now has made up a few positions since the last time we've seen him, looking for a move on eye for an eye. Can't quite get past just yet, but could this be a good enough exit to send it down the inside? He's looking for it. Is he going to send it? He is. Oh, that was so close there from Lenny. A bit of a late decision to send it. He definitely had to back out of that one. That could have been horrible. If Jay saying good evening, Deedee saying evening or go Kenny. We've got Contentnow saying Walker moving forward nicely. Yeah, Walker is P18, although he's always made contact. We've flicked him at the worst moment there. He's made contact there with Nyman, and Quarantine has been held up there as well. So Walker, a bit too late on the brakes there, and they're going to be 3 wide coming down the start-finish straight here. Nyman's not going to be happy with Walker after that one whatsoever. But Nyman, is he going to look for a move down into turn 1? No, Walker is up in position. Dimmer Juster, what's happened to him? He's stopping early. Has he got damage? Has he got damage on that car? I'm not sure, but he's stopping very early here. 3 minutes till the pit window and he stopped. Whether that's fuel or damage, I don't know, but I couldn't see much damage on his car. But yeah, Walker, bit of a push to pass there through that final corner. But luckily Nyman doesn't look like he suffered too much damage or too much time loss. As a result, we've got Aggressive Bean there saying Packham will blame his new small screen. Oh yeah, driver excuses. Got to get them in early. Got to get them in early. But he's currently running in P22 now. And looking at the gap at the top 3. Well, Cornbrander and White Smurf still got that 1.5 second gap. Now Katrin's dropped off of White Smurf as well. So I think he's made a mistake in the last few laps that we've seen him. Walker a bit wide there, possibly a track limit warning for him as well. Aston JB now still on the back of Sherman. These two have pulled away from those behind them. Besselink in P7 is, what's that, 5-6 seconds back to these two, 5.5 seconds back to these two, and Martinez has now closed the gap right up to Besselink. They've got a train of red cars here. That's funny. Martinez, well, Besselink running the RKM colours. Martinez is always ran these colours. I don't believe he's in RKM. I don't think he is, but he's always run these colours. This is quite interesting. But yeah, similar liveries between those two. And we've got another red car, red and white car there with of Kerwin. Then we've got another RKM red, black and yellow car. Then we've got Dasmo's red, green and fluorescent car. And then we've got Lely to ruin it all. Lely should have been in a red car, but no, he's got a bit of funky livery on that BMW as well. But he's catching up now to Dasmo through that chicane. Let's get that different camera angle on. And he is making his way through the field, getting overtakes done when they matter. He started, Sherman with a drive-through penalty. That's our second one. And in fact, Sherman was Hooschii in the chat, saying he'd expect to see 5+ drive-throughs in Division 2. Now he's only gone and given himself one. So Sherman, yeah, picking up a drive-through penalty now, and he's going to have to serve that. He's going to have to pit twice this race. We're into the pit lane twice this race. Yeah, Lenny making his way through the field. Walker in P16's had a bit of a tougher time making overtakes as Walker. We go back to the race leader though. White Smurf is reeling Colin Brander in. Now, in terms of lap times, as that last lap from Colin Brander, 1:45.3, he's lapping in the 1:45, so he's not very consistent as Colin Brander at the moment. White Smurf, however, let's see what he's doing.
Window is open.
Consistent 1:44s here. So the previous, he looks like he has had a few off tracks as White Smurf, but consistent 1:44s here from White Smurf. From lap 6 to 11, that's where he's been reeling Colin Brander in. Even though Colin Brander still has the fastest lap, it doesn't matter in this stage. It's consistency that matters, and White Smurf seems to have that advantage over Colin Brander at this stage in the race. But yeah, pit window is now open, so we may see some drivers serving their mandatory stops. Let's go to Dasmo and Lenny. Where's Bad to Bones? He's there in P13 at the moment. Let's bring up some onboards, in fact, of the drivers. We do have some onboards here. Let's see. Here we go, so let's bring them up now. And looks like, that's eye for an eye getting past Dasmo, just while I was bringing up the onboards, but we'll bring them up now. So top right hand corner, we have Nyman, who's currently in P16. Bottom right hand corner, we have Bad to Bones, who's in P13. Let's go back to these two, the race leaders. Colin Brander now pulling away once again, so maybe he's responded to that pressure from White Smurf. But let's look further down the field, all the way to the back. We've got Packham and Adrian now battling for position. Adrian has his drive-through penalty. Packham made a mistake coming into turn 1 and has some damage on that car as well. They're looking for a move down the inside. I don't think that's going to work, although Adrian for some reason has left him loads of room. I think he anticipated Packham going for a bit more of a send than that, and Packham was way too far back to make that work, in my opinion. It's really putting on the pressure here to Adrian. And, well, if I were Packham, I'd pit early, get myself into some clean air and make those positions back. Because he's stuck behind Adrian now, and he's going to struggle to get past. But here we go, Bad to Bones on the right hand side of your screen, and we've got the official broadcast on the left. So what else have we got going on? So White Smurf now into the pits, interestingly. So he's gone for an early pit stop, has White Smurf. We've got Pala and Lely, so Lely's made the move on Pala. Lely up into P9 now. His next target is going to be Kerwin in P8. You can see Dasmo now losing a bit of time. Actually, not Dasmo, Bad to Bones. He's now in a bit of clean air. Dasmo is pitted. White Smurf is pitted. Who else is pitted? Is that Packham? Yeah, Packham has now pitted as well. So he's, I'm not sure if he's listening. If he is, he's listened to my strategy though. He's now in the pits. And looks like we've got a stop go 30 for White Smurf. No, that will be speeding the pits. White Smurf, who was running in comfortable P2, decided for an early pit stop and has now got a stop go 30 for speeding in the pits. That's going to be a huge relief to not only Colin Brander, but to Kadri and BSTNNA as well. They're both running within 30 seconds of White Smurf, so that's going to be a huge relief for them, especially Colin Brander, who won't really have much pressure, or as much pressure behind him, but Katri is still there or thereabouts. 2.7 seconds between Colin Brander and Katri there. We go down to Tom Quarantine and Nyman, who are battling for position, and Sherman, who had his drive-through penalty, and GT Jamie actually, so it's a 4-car battle for position. Let's see what's going on. So it is, we've got fednad and Sky Adrian also battling for position as well. Sherman now into the pits for his mandatory stop. That's GT Jamie now losing a bit of time to Tom Quarantine and Nyman. 1.3 seconds is the gap between P14 and P15, but Tom Quarantine right at the back of Nyman here. Keeping the pressure on. Interesting line there through turn 2 for Tom Quarantine, using all the track available on the exit of turn 3 onto the brakes to blind man's corner. And upper gear. Will he go into first? Yes, he's into first. Over the bumps into through the chicane, but he's lost a bit of time there compared to Nyman. Nyman in the Aston seems to enjoy that chicane a bit more. Slightly different lines between the two. Nyman using more of the track than Tom Quarantine is. I think Tom Quarantine trying to carry a bit too much speed. He runs wide. That's going to be definitely a track limit warning there for him. Although he did lift ever so slightly, I think it's still going to be a warning there for him. But let's quickly switch to Lely and Kerwin now. Looks like Lely has got past Kerwin and up into P6 goes Lely. He's picking off the drivers one by one, making his way up the field here. And now his next target, Esselink in P5, but that's a whole nother 5 seconds to go. Let's look at the battle between fednad and Adrian. Fednad still holding on against Adrian in P17. Oh, Adrian very deep on the brakes into turn 1. He's overshot the turn 1 by a huge amount there. And luckily, he didn't make contact with fednad. He's lost a bit of time as a result. And the McLaren is quite a good car here, Hungaroring as well, but looks like a lot of understeer there from the McLaren of fednad. McLaren usually has a bit more understeer in the medium to high speed corners, but you wouldn't expect it in those low speed corners. He's run wide. That's probably a track limit warning as well. You'd be lucky if that's not. You can see he's making mistakes with that pressure from Adrian behind him. It looks like Packham and White Smurf now neck and neck here. Actually, White Smurf is behind Packham, so after that stop go 30, White Smurf down into P23. Let's go back to Lyman and Quarantine, who are still battling for position, but not as close as they were before. 7/10 separating those two, and Adrian now looks like he's got past fednad, so up into P14 goes Adrian. And fednad, oh, really late in the brakes. Wow, you can saw the front wheels just locking up there. That was so close. I think well, I think they'll both have stained underwear after that one. And I think Adrian pitting to get away from fednad, probably a wise move after that encounter there. Let's see on the brakes, and has he slowed down? I think he has. So a good pit stop there from Adrian. That's Paolo into the pits, Tom Quarantine into the pits, Piroth into the pits there in the background as well, and Martinez. Has he been dropped? Yep, he's got going, has Martinez, but he's got going. So still quite a few drivers yet to pit, still 10 minutes of the pit window left to go. And in fact, let's keep an eye on this battle between White Smurf and Packham. now on board the BMW of Whitesmith. Short shift there from Whitesmith to avoid the wheel spin. You can see I think he's straining the brakes slightly, it's hard to tell. Well, there's not any inputs, but you can sort of tell by the sound. Mounting that inside curve, you can hear the traction control kicking in on the exit there. The Packham holding his own here in P21. Whitesmith was challenging Colin for the lead, but he's not able to challenge Packham in P21 at the moment. So interesting here. Is Whitesmith struggling for consistency now, or does he need to get back into the groove? But this is 3 BMWs. It's that no, it's who is that? Is that Sherman? I think it is. Yeah, Sherman in P15. Let's just check. It hasn't updated. No, it's not Sherman. Is it Adrian? Yeah, sorry, it is Adrian. Adrian in P19, Packham in P20, and Whitesmith in P21. All these 3 BMWs battling for position now. And let's get the rear view cam of Adrian here. You can see how close Packham is, and he's repaired that damage as Packham in the pit stops. So it's not going to be an issue for him anymore. Pulling out the slipstream, just having a look here. Maybe going slightly defensive. He's forced Adrian to miss the apex though. Look how close he is coming up towards the penultimate corner. He's eyeing a move but backs out of it. I think he could have gone for that, because look how much space Adrian has left. And he's really getting into the head of Adrian here. He's looking up the inside and forcing Adrian to go slightly deep into the corner. And all 3 of these drivers taking different lines to that final corner. Looks like Adrian taking a bit of a better line there than the 2 behind him, or at least then Packham. Whitesmith has got a great run coming down towards turn 1. Is he going to get done on the brakes? Looks like he is, and he stopped the car just in time there as well. And looks like Packham then down a position. Whitesmith has got that move done on Packham, and just got to show how important it is to get a good exit out of the final corner onto that start finish straight, because turn 1 is one of the best overtaking opportunities on this track. And if you don't get a good exit, well, that's pretty much it. And so Adrian, once again, another drive-through for Adrian, running wide there on the exit of Blind Man's corner. And well, he's going to drop down the order again, and I believe we had someone going quite slow there. Number 89 car, it's Nyman, who's now returned the car to the pits. Was he facing the wrong way? I think he was. So not exactly sure what happened to Nyman, but it's Colin Brando will serve this pit stop, so it's Katrin provisional race lead, followed by BSTNNA, then Aston JB in P1, 2 and 3. So the top 4 still yet to pit. Colin Brander, Cohen is now pitted. Colin Brander running on his own, clean air for Colin Brander, so he's timed his pit stop to perfection. We've got the number 26 car now out of the pits. That's Walker. Where is he going to emerge? Looks like he's come out. Is that the number 10 car? That is. So he's behind Sherman. So that would be what, P13, I think, although we have the top 2 now into the pits. And look at that, Whitesmith with the drive-through penalty as well. So Whitesmith has had a stop-go 30, now he's got a drive-through penalty, and Adrian has had 2 drive-through penalties this race as well. His track limits really well, the driver's not liking these track limits, as we saw Walker just make a bit of a mistake there, doing some lawn mowing here at Hungaroring, making sure the grass is freshly cut. But looks like Whitesmith is serving that drive-through penalty. Adrian's still out on track behind Big Dasmo, but he's going to drop down the order here. Packham is actually, by losing a few positions and just keeping it within the within the track limits, he's actually going to gain a few positions back, and he's not really going to have any pressure from Adrian or White Smurf. He's just minding his own business, keeping it consistent, and it's paying off at the moment for him. We've got quite a few cars into the pits now, so Aston JB for his mandatory pit stop. Catcher is out on the track. P2 there. The gap between P1 and P2, what's that, about 4 or 5 seconds, I think? Yeah, 4.5 seconds. So exactly in between. So yeah, it's not over. This race is not over here. The battle for the race win is still on. One mistake and it could be all over for Colin Brander. But so far, I don't think we've had the commentator's curse do anything bad to us today. Lenny looks like, is that in front of Aston JB now? No, he's still got a few seconds to Aston JB. Does Lely, and that's Kerwin behind Lely now actually, so they've emerged quite close to each other after the pit stops. We saw Lely get that moved on and Kerwin just before they pitted. Let's have a quick read of any more comments that are coming. Got some support for Lee. Contentnow saying, be careful, White Smurf, I did double speeding. Yeah, I saw that. You're wondering why it was you had two stop-go 30s, but anyone who's watching, make sure to vote for your driver of the day. And White Smurf, has he retired the car? I think he has. I think White Smurf has retired the car, and well, I don't think he'll be picking up any. Oh, we've got Bestlink in the. I didn't realise you're in here. But yeah, he has retired the car. I don't think he'll be picking up any points if he doesn't go back out on track, which is a bit of a shame here for White Smurf. But is he still in the pits? Yeah, he's still in the pits. He's sat in his box. Yeah, if he doesn't finish at least 75% of the race, he's not going to be picking up any points here. What a shame. But looking at the battle for P13, looks like we've got quite a battle going on here. It's Tom Quarantine and Eye for an Eye looking for a late move down the inside. Quarantine's going to leave him the room. The Ferrari all over the inside curve there, not losing their rear, but Quarantine's still hanging around the outside. Looks like he might be able to hold on into turn 2 because he has the inside line. And Eye for an Eye trying to go around the outside, but could that allow Dasmo to find a way past? No, it's not. Eye for an Eye holds on to his current position and isn't able to get past Tom Quarantine here, but it's a full car battle between P13, 14, 15 and 16 here. Packham is now joined in the action. And good to see Nyman back out of track as well, the number 89 car. Where is it on the track? There's Nyman. There he is, he's coming through turn 2 now, it's Nyman. The race leader, Colin Brander, also coming through turn 2. And it looks like that gap between P1 and P2 is still relatively the same, although I think it's gone up slightly, yeah, 4.8 seconds from 4.5, so it's pretty much the same. They're lapping quite close to each other, but this battle still very, very close, and no driver has been able to make a move on each other, and very late on the brakes there from Eye for an Eye. That's going to compromise his exit, and looks like Dasmo's got a good run here coming up towards the penultimate corner. Has a look down the inside. Packham trying to go for a move around the outside, but that's not going to work through there. All these drivers defending here, coming through that final corner. You can see where all the rubber is on the track. That's where all the grip is going to be. Now coming down towards turn 1, still as it were, no one's close enough to go for a move just yet, but look how late on the brakes Packham is. It just shows he's being held up, really being held up here. He just hasn't found a way past. And that's the tricky thing about Hungaroring. He's looking for a move down the inside into turn 2, backs out of it, but he's so close to Dasmo here. But he needs to force Dasmo into a mistake, I think, if he wants to get past. He's These drivers in front of him have been so consistent, haven't really been making any mistakes. And so we've got DeedeeTKU into the pits. What's happened to him? He is... Oh no, he's coming out of the pits now, is DeedeeTKU. And looks like that is... Kutcher is going to get past, but he's well ahead. He's currently running in P2. But let's go back to this battle. We've actually got Bad to Bones and Per-Olav battling for position. We'll bring that up on our onboards. So go back to this battle here between Tom Quarantine, Eye for an Eye, Dasmo, and Packham. And yeah, Whitesmith retired the car here with 20 minutes to go. If he stays in the pits, it's definitely going to be a DNF for him. That's a shame. He's running such a good race at the start. Even bringing the putting on the pressure to Colin Brando. Actually, Katri now is taking the fastest lap of the race, so that's one thing I want to have a look at very quickly. Let's take these onboards off for now. Let's go on board with Packham because he's got a great view of this battle just up ahead. Let's bring up the timetables. No, that's the wrong button. So Katri with the fastest lap of the race now, 1:44.1, almost into the 1:43s here. He's definitely got a 1:43 in there, I think, because well, his Sector 1 time for that fastest lap isn't the best Sector 1 he's done. There's still another 10th in Sector 1 he can find. So no one into the 43s just yet. Will we see drivers into the 43s with low fuel at the end of the race? Although tyres will be much more worn towards the end of the race, it's definitely possible. Now personally, I've done 43.5, but yeah, compared to PC, console is still a bit slower, unfortunately. I don't think it will ever, well, I don't think it will, I shouldn't say it won't ever, because we don't know what technology is going to be like in 5-10 years, and that's very wide there, but at the moment, with how the latest updates are going, and how, well, I don't think yeah, I was going to say I don't think the console is powerful enough, but it is quite powerful with PS5. But yeah, I just don't think it's there in terms of lap time compared to PC. On PC, it just feels like you have more grip, you can be in higher gears through the corners, you can brake later, you can go over the curbs much more easily, especially through that chicane here at Hungaroring. On PC, you can absolutely drive over them, they're not even there. But on console, you can really feel them. So there is quite a difference still between console and PC, unfortunately, in terms of lap time as well. So yeah, we can't really compare the lap times. Let's bring those onboards back up because Bad to Bones was so close there to the back of who is it? Per-Olav there in P8. They are neck and neck at the moment, and Bones. Let's actually bring this up fully. Bones trying for a move into the chicane. He's not going to get that done just yet. Oh, a bit of a mistake there from Bones through the chicane, bouncing over the curbs, which is exactly what I was talking about just before. We've got Contentnow saying Lord or Lee closing in on fednad. Yeah, that's still another battle that's going on. It's Adrian, fednad, and Per-Olav, but we won't. So there's too many battles going at the moment. We won't look at them just yet. We'll keep watching this battle, although I don't think Bones is going to get that move done on Per-Olav coming into turn 1. He's a bit too far back at the moment, so we can go back to our another battle. And that battle will be between Adrian, fednad, and Per-Olav. Actually, they're separated a bit more now. They were within a second of each other, but Per-Olav just isn't able to close that gap just yet. Still 15 minutes left of the race to go, so plenty of time to get some moves done. But this battle's still going on, and Packham has not been able to find a way past. I don't know if he's got quite a few track limit warnings here. Maybe why he's driving a bit more. Maybe he's being a bit more reserved, or that's just him not able to find a way past. It's quite difficult to tell at the moment. It would be great if we had a way to see how many track limit warnings each driver is on, but I don't even think we can do that on PC, but I'm sure there's something out there that would tell us for PC. We've got another battle going on here, and Walker down the inside there of Sherman, and onto the grass goes Walker. Sherman is going to hold that position. Oh, contact between the two. Looks like Tom Cortin with the drive-through as well, and Sherman into the barriers. No, he kept out the barriers, luckily, but that's a second incident Walker has been involved in. I think Sherman may have moved across slightly. It's quite hard to tell with these camera angles, but that was quite a close one. But another drive-through there. Tom Cortin now going to serve that, and Walker is going to gain that position. We're still in this battle. It's Pala followed by Bones, then Walker, and Sherman luckily didn't end up in the wall and didn't get too much damage from that either, so you will be able to close back in, I'm sure. But we just have to wait and see. And looking at the gap between the top two, it's coming down ever so slightly. Now 3.9 seconds. It was about 4.5. But yeah, Colin Brander just needs to keep it consistent at the moment. Country needs to keep putting in those lap times to close in on Colin Brander. But yeah, back up to 4 seconds it goes. Bit of concertina effect there going on between the top two. We've got Lely and Aston JB. Oh, where's Lely? Well, there he is. The gap's bigger than... Yeah, there we go. It wasn't 7/10. It's over 1.5 seconds now between these two. So Lely has closed the gap to Besselink. Last time we checked these two out, it was just over 5 seconds. But Lely is really closing in. Besselink saw him in P7 or roundabouts there earlier on in the race. So he's gained a few positions just by keeping it consistent, keeping it clean, and not picking up those drive-through penalties. But question is, can he hold on to P4 with Lely in the background charging on? Not going to be easy for Besselink. And in fact, he's got some damage there. You can see on the left-hand side of the car, bit of paintwork off of that car. He had some front splitter damage as well. So something's happened there to Besselink. We're looking at Pala there. He's got Walker right in the back of him. Walker is going to look towards the inside. Not really much space, but Pala's going to have to leave the room there to not squeeze Walker. And Walker, is he deep on the brakes into turn one? He is very deep on the brakes. And Pala's going to pull alongside once again, but Walker has the inside for turn two. Can Pala hold it around the outside by being later on the brakes? And he's a bit too late on the brakes there. There's no grip on the outside into turn two. You can see all the rubber there right on the inside. But that's now put Pala into a bad position here, coming up towards Blind Man's Corner, and in fact he's going to lose that position there. I think he may have got onto the brakes or lifted off to let Sherman through. But now Sherman maybe wanting to get his revenge on Walker here. By revenge, I mean getting that position back. And looking at the gap between the top two now, down to 3.6 seconds. It is definitely coming down. So that's another battle to watch out for. We've got Fednad and Tom Cortin battling for position as well. Tom Cortin, after his drive-through penalty, looks like that's the race leader actually behind him. Fednad is a bit further back now. Looks like he's had to make way for Colin Brander there. Oh, cutting a bit of the inside of that curb. Let's see, Tom Cortin there coming up towards the chicane, moves over with Colin Brander. That was a great place to let Colin Brander through. Didn't lose much time to Fednad by doing so either. And Sherman with another drive-through penalty. Oh no! Sherman with another drive-through penalty. He was saying there'd be drive-through penalties, and he's picked up two. of this race has Sherman. And what a shame. What a shame from Sherman. Or for Sherman, I should say. That's going to move him down the order. It looks like Lely has got past here. Got past Besselink, but Besselink trying to all over the curb. Almost losing the car. Lely very wide there as well. But that inside curb, very deadly. Don't want to be hooked on that whatsoever. But even from that mistake, even with that mistake, Besselink is catching, well, sticking with Lely here. Looks like they've got Aston JB close behind him. Besselink, no, with a drive-through penalty now. He's run wide, and the amount of drive-through penalties we've got in this race is unbelievable. And looking at the gap now, down to 2.9 between the top two. So Colin Brunnett in a bit of trouble here later on in this race. But Besselink is going to lose lots of positions here. I think he's going to lose positions to Aston JB, the Curtin, possibly to Walker. Where is Walker at the moment? It's not showing the delta. Walker, oh, he actually might be okay. I think he might not lose a position to Walker here. Yeah, I think Besselink might be okay. But he's definitely lost the position to Aston JB and Curtin. The gap between the top two back up to 3.8. The country's made a mistake somewhere. And actually, but it's going to be closer than I thought. Besselink out now. Where is Walker? He's coming down the side for his straight. It's much closer than I thought. In fact, I think Walker's... Wait, where's Besselink? No. Yeah, it's much closer than I thought. But Besselink holds on just about. There's only a few seconds now separating these two. But still, P7 for Besselink, so that's back where he was. Let's look down towards Paula and Bad to Bones. This battle's still going on between these two. They're very even on pace. It looks like that is... Oh, a bad exit there for Paula, and they're going to be side by side coming up towards Blind Man's corner, and I think one of them's going to have to back out, and there we go. That's Bad to Bones backing out that move. They've got there's Ibanez behind them. He's still out on track. We saw the damage he had earlier on this race, but he's down in P22 at the moment. Not where he'd want to be whatsoever, and they're missing the first apex there of the chicane. But yeah, he's not racing these two full position. He doesn't really want to get involved too much. I think he's just going to stick with them until the end of the race. There's only 7 minutes left to go. But Bad to Bones and Pala still battling. Bones running out of time here to get this move done. Pala's been defending really well throughout the race. Now, once again, make sure to vote for your driver of the day. Let's see how many votes we've got so far. So yeah, we have got quite a few votes in, but let's keep on voting, guys. There's not much time left of the race to go. To vote, of course, just click the link pinned in the comments. I believe it's pinned. Yep, it is. And that'll take you to the driver of the day voting. Now we're looking back at Packham. He's on the back of Big Dasmo once again. But he just hasn't been able to find a way past. And Dasmo and Packham have lost loads of time to actually no, they've pulled away from Ifer and I, sorry. You can see Ifer and I just in the background. They have pulled away, but Packham has been stuck behind Dasmo for so long. But it's been a good recovery drive from Packham so far after that spin, pretty much put him towards the back of the pack, or the back of the grid. And no, he's back up to P12 now, looking to gain P11 for this race. Bad to Bones is still on the back of Paolo. Can he get past. He's just no space to get, nowhere to get past at the moment. I think for most of the drivers, they need to focus on their exit out of the final corner. Get a run down into turn 1. That's the best overtaking opportunity that you can have, and especially with a Porsche in front of you. I mean, anything is faster than a Porsche on the straights, so Bad to Bones has got a good exit here, and I think Palla's going to have to go defensive. He is pulls towards the inside of the track, and Bones is going on the outside. He's going to be late on the brakes here. Can he do it around the outside? Bones, he's going to try it, he's going to attempt it, and around the outside he goes. What a move there from Bones. I think that's the best move we've seen so far. Outside of turn 1, you don't usually see that. We've seen outside of turn 2 from who was it in Division 2 that did that? Someone in Division 2 did an outside move. Actually, let me bring up the names so I can remember who it was. I think it was Sayers who did the outside move into turn 2. Or was it Daytime Dave? No, I think it was Daytime Dave. Oh, I can't remember now, but someone did a great outside move into turn 2 as well. And, well, Bad to Bones with an outside move into turn 1, which isn't easy to do, but he made it work. And after being stuck behind Palla for so long, got that move done, and now look at the gap he's been able to pull. Palla's still running in P10 though, doesn't have to worry about who's behind him at the moment, although Dasmo and Packham 2.4 seconds back. So they are closing in. Packham hasn't been able to find a way past Dasmo. We've got some great racing going on here in Division 1. Really good racing throughout the field. Oops, across from both divisions. And what on earth has happened there? Okay, apologies for that. Don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. Pressed the wrong button, I think. But looking at GT Jamie now, Sherman is just in front. Sherman, after his drive-through penalty, losing some more positions, but Jamie looking to gain possibly P14 off of Sherman. Now those aux lights there on that Porsche looking really nice. It looks quite evil there, the red aux lights in the headlights there of the Porsche. Let's go to the top 2 seconds. They're separated by, looks like they've got a car in between them. I believe that is Adrian, yep, who moves well out of the way. Good to see there from Adrian. And that's unleashed the Viper. Country there has been unleashed now, so let's see if you can close that gap to Colin Brander. With just 2 minutes of the race to go, it's down to 1.5 seconds. And Colin Brander just needs to hold on here, keep it consistent, because as we know, it's not easy to overtake here. So I think as long as he can keep it within track limits and keep it consistent, he might be okay, even with the closing speed from Katri at the moment. Let's go back to this battle. Dasmo and Packham. Oh, it looks like Palla's made a mistake. He's down into P12 now. Oh, he's got some damage on that Porsche. He's definitely lost the car somewhere. He's got damage all over that car now, which is a shame. He's running so well, but still, P12 a good position to be in, but he's got eye for an eye very close behind him now, coming down the start-finish straight. That damage is not going to help his straight line speed either. But he might be able to hold on coming to turn 1. Look at that closing speed from the Ferrari. He's going to send it down the inside, eye for an eye. Down the inside of turn 1. He's got that move down, and Palla losing another position there, down into P13. He goes. There we go, leader on the final lap. They're separated by just a second here, these two, as they come down towards turn 1. And Katri been able to close that gap, but there's not much time left in the race now, with this being the last lap. Can Katri get the job done, or is he going to be stuck behind like Packham has been stuck behind Dasmo for a good 20 minutes or so? But let's take a quick look at that move Nope. Okay, we won't take a quick look at that move then. That hasn't worked. It was working when I tested it out earlier, but that's technology for you. I guess I have to test it again. That's a shame because I had the replay of Owens' overtake into turn 1 round the outside. I was going to replay that, but no, that's not going to work. This battle now going on strong as we approach the final sector. It's Columbrander and Katri. Will Katri get a bit desperate here? Columbrander going defensive now. This is the battle for the lead here on the last lap into the last sector. And Columbrander is going to have to go extremely defensive. It's not a long run to the start-finish line. So Columbrander could take a very defensive line coming up towards the last corner. And that won't really losing much time on the straight. As he does, you can see that holding the inside line through the final corner, and Columbrander is going to hold on here as he crosses the line to take the race win here at Hungaroring. Round 1 with Katri just finishing 5/10 of a second behind. Great racing between those two. I'm sure they're happy with that. BSC NNA Bastian is going to round the final corner, and he's going to finish in P3. What's that, 10-15 seconds behind, I think? 17 seconds behind P2, but that's a podium there for BST NNA. Lely, after starting at the back of the grid, being a reserve driver, he's not allowed to. He wasn't allowed to qualify, but he's going to finish in P4 here. Is Lely? There we go. Crosses the line in P4. Aston JB is going to round off the final corner and finish in P5. Make sure to vote for your driver of the day while we're watching the drivers cross the line. The link is in the what's it called? In the comments. It's pinned. And in fact, I will copy it again, just so you guys know to vote. But there we have it. That's Aston JB P5, Cohen P6, Besselink P7, Walker P8. Bones is going to round off the final corner in P9. Top 10 finish there for Bones. Dasmo in P10 holds off Packham. The top 10 finish for Dasmo as well. Packham P11. A good recovery drive there from him. Eye for an eye P12. Paolo's going to cross the line in P13. And Sherman is going to cross the line in P14. So there we have it. There are the results for round 1 division 1 here. Columbrander P1, Katri P2, BST NNA P3, and there we go, all the rest of the results as well. But yeah, it's been a great race here in division 1. Let's check who has got driver of the day. I'll bring that up on the screen in just a second. So driver of the day, where is it? I need the other link actually. So it looks like it's actually hold on, let's bring this up in just a second. And maybe we can get some... I'm not sure if we can get some interviews, but we can definitely try. But yeah, there we go. Got the results up now. So, driver of the day for Division 1. In fact, it's tied between 4 drivers. Columbrander, Cohen, Besselink, and Hiroth, interestingly. I would have given my driver of the day to either Lely or Dasmo. I think they had great races, both of them. I think it's gonna... I'd be swayed to give it to Dasmo, as he was able to hold off Packham for such a long time. But yeah, those are the results of driver of the day. So it's tied between 4 drivers, interestingly. But yeah, that's pretty much it in terms of the broadcast for today. Yeah, it doesn't look like we will get any interviews for this round, but yeah, we had some great racing across both divisions. So thanks to everyone for tuning in as well. We'll be live. Well, next week really is the next race. Our PC season starts in 3 weeks time, so still a bit to go till PC starts. We get the 1.98 update in 10 days on PC as well, so that'll be interesting to see. We may do an off-season event on PC for that, but yeah, we'll just have to wait and see for that to come out. But yeah, thanks for watching, ladies and gents, and we will see you next week. Good night.